politics, and we're sick and tired of it. They're not representing the whole British, and it's just in Britain. So they're not representative of the British people, and it's time they were defunded. So everybody sign out of the BBC, stop paying your license fee, let the BBC collapse, because they've been an enemy against the British nation for years now. They've also been an enemy against Christianity. So it's time we give them back what they've given us. So please, let's continue the movement, defund the BBC. The sooner the BBC collapses and we have broadcasting that's fair and we have objective journalism, the better, because they are part of the problem of destroying our democratic freedoms. So please, continue to wage war on the BBC. Pass this video on. Encourage people to sign out of the BBC. Stop paying your license. Stop supporting them. They're against our country. They're against Britain. They're against democracy. They're just there to pump their identity politics, their globalist agenda, and they've been part of destroying our British national life and culture. They're absolute ideological terrorists that have really decimated our country. So we need to give it them back, proper style, hard style. So please, start a campaign, continue the campaign to defund the BBC. Let's aim for the collapse of the BBC. And you people out there, you young people, start new journalist outfits that are objective. So like I said, let's continue the war on the BBC. Let's decimate, go up to 1 million people. Let's continue the campaign on the BBC. We need to end the BBC once and for all. Get it out of the way. It's been a thorn in our national life for years. Original Foundation. It's promoted paedophilia with Mr. Savile and others, and it's been a pariah on our national life. And it's not promoted proper intellectual discussion and debate. It's silenced true discussion, true debate. And now they jumped on BLM. Now they're part of the neo-Marxist revolution that's taking place in Britain. And the sooner and the faster it's destroyed and ended, and objective journalism revives in Britain, the better. We need young people and people who are bold, who want to encourage democracy and freedom of speech, and start new journalistic outfits that promote a true understanding of a national life, promote true understanding of our history. The BBC have been involved in the brainwashing of Britain, educating people in a false historical narrative of our country, not looking at our Christian heritage, not looking at our national heritage, but giving us critical race theory, giving us woke identity politics and all the rest of it. And it's time the BBC was defeated once and for all. So push hard and let's get rid of these absolute shambolic idiots and fools, and the wicked. They're absolutely wicked what they've done to our country. They promoted abortion, they promoted gay rights, they promoted everything and anything, but what they haven't promoted is our national sovereignty and the Christian faith. Those two things they've aimed to destroy, and family life. You know, all this issue about the black community and BLM and all that. You know, one of the things about the BBC, they destroyed the role of the family. A lot of the killings that have been done in the black community in Britain, in the cities, throughout the UK over the last 30 years, because of the destruction of the family. It's because men have had sex with women and had kids, and then the men have left the women, and the kids grow up and they've got no role models. That's part of the neo-Marxist agenda that's been going on with the BBC and the left, far left, over the last 30 years in our country, in the education system, in the media, and in the BBC, undermining the traditional family. So black people are brought up with no fathers, and these young black men have got no role models. And that's the main issue. That's the main issue, and that's part of, we've left our Christian values, our Christian foundation as a nation. And instead it's been hijacked by these woke identity politics, neo-Marxist do-gooders And I would say, as Donald Trump would say, nut jobs who think they're recreating our nation in this globalist utopia, which is actually a globalist nightmare that's coming to unveil itself. And the BBC is part of this, and we need to defeat the BBC. We need to take it out. So please, wherever you are, if you're a British person today, you are doing great honour to our forefathers. You are doing great honour to Churchill. You are doing great honour to Queen Victoria. You're doing great honour to General Gordon. You are doing great honour to William Wilberforce. You are doing great honour to the people in the Fox's Book of Martyrs, to John Bunyan. You're doing great honour to your history, to your forefathers. And you're doing great honour to those who died at the Battle of the Somme. You're doing great honour for those who died, who fought in the Second World War at the beachings of Armagh. You're doing great honour if you defund the BBC. Because what you're doing is you're defending Britain against tyranny, against people who don't believe in your right to have free speech. You are doing great honour to them that died for us in the Second World War, died for us in the First World War, and you're doing great honour to those monuments that have been allowed to be trashed by the BLM and Antifa in our country. You're doing great honour to those. Make it a national honour. Defend your people who died for us. Defend those soldiers today that are being taken to court because they served in Northern Ireland. What an outrageous thing it is that our troops, our men, our soldiers are being taken to court by a bunch of far leftist nut jobs in the parliament. Men who served our country, men who've been valiant for our country, alive today, being taken to court, and all because of people at the BBC. Stand up for your patriots. Stand up for the men that fought for us and are alive today and are being taken to court. And start defunding the BBC. Wage war on these idiots. And you can start waging war by taking down the BBC. Spread the word. We're taking down the BBC. Defund them and get rid of them. Yeah? If they want a BBC, let the billionaires pay for it. But don't you be paying for it. Don't be letting the old people pay for it. Defund them. It's time they were defunded. It's time they were defeated. The cancer on our British national life and British culture. They tried to take down our national anthem the other week. That's how despicable and pathetic. They spent £100 million on woke TV presenters recently. 100 million on woke TV presenters. Absolute pathetic, the lot of them. Let's defund them. Let's take them down. Let's wage war on them. Spread the word. And let's bring back Britain. Let's stand up for our Britain. Let's make our Britain great again. Because we're sick and tired of these wokies, these Twitterati who think they're in charge of our country. No, the British people are in charge of the country. The British people have a right to speak. The British people have a right to their freedom. Not the BBC ramming down our throats, identity politics, ramming down our throats, the BLM and all this, Antifa. Defund the BBC, wage war on the BBC, and let's get rid of these nut jobs that have been destroying our country for the last 30 years and being used as a tool to brainwash the British public. Let's fight the good fight, and the way we can fight it is defund them. Don't pay them a dime. Don't pay them a dime. Spread the word. Defund these suckers because they've destroyed our country. My wife's just look at me. Defund them. They've been wicked in what they've done to our country. They've been evil. They promoted abortion. They promoted gay rights. They promoted transgender. They're going to start promoting you can't say he or she next. They're promoting sexualization